ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम, a warm welcome. ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 99 उत्तारणो दुष्कृतिः पुण्यो दुःस्वप्ननाशनः वीरः रक्षणः सन्तो जीवनः पर्यवस्थितः अनन्तरूपोऽनन्तश्रीर्जितमन्युर्भयापहः चतुरस्रो गभीरात्मा विदिशो व्यादिशो दिशः अनादिर्भूर्भुवो लक्ष्मी सुवीरो रुचिराङ्गदः जननो जनजन्मादिर्भीमो भीमपराक्रमः आधारनिलयो धाता पुष्पहासः प्रजागरः ऊर्ध्वगः सत्पथाचारः प्राणदः प्रणवः पणः. We have seen till here. Continuing. प्रमाणं प्राणनिलयः प्राणभृत् प्राणजीवनः तत्त्वं तत्त्वविदेकात्मा जन्म मृत्युजरातिगः. प्रमाणं प्राणनिलयः प्राणभृत् प्राणजीवनः तत्त्वं तत्त्वविदेकात्मा जन्म मृत्युजरातिगः. In this shloka, the first nama, pramanam. When we talk of pramanam, earlier we have dealt with it very elaborately when we saw it as the 428th nama. Where, what is a pramanam? In fact, even at the introduction we saw very elaborately. Shat pramanam, what are they? Pratyaksha pramana, Anumana pramana, Upamana pramana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi and Shabda pramana. This much of pramanas we have seen, 6 pramanas. But Acharya here says, Pramatihi samvit swayam prabha pramanam. Pramatihi samvit swayam prabha. That is a word used here. I myself am the pramanam for the very existence of myself. For the existence of anything else, I require pramanam. I must be able to see, or I must be able to infer, or I need to infer. I need to be given an upama, an example to make the thing understand. Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi or Shabda Pramana like our Vedas. Vedas are the Praman. Vedaha Pramanam. A very clear statement. Vedaha Pramanam. Vedas are the Pramana. But at the same time, Vedas also can only indicate the Supreme. They are all the pointers towards the Supreme. All the Pramanas we may take, they are all pointers to the Supreme. And pointer can never become the pointed. Pointer can only show, and I have to go in the direction of the pointer and grasp that Supreme. Like I gave the example on the other day when we were discussing this, a moon, crescent moon through the tree. I look at the trunk of the tree, then the branches, then the 2 twigs that go, and then there are 3 leaves there. Between the 3 leaves, when I see that moon, I get the knowledge of the moon there. But once I get the knowledge of the moon, all the tree, branches, twigs, leaves, none of them are required. They are redundant. So pramana also becomes redundant when I see the moon in that case. In my case, I don't require any pramana. Why? I exist. I am the existence. Even in a dark room, I don't require somebody to tell, do I exist? I don't ask. Are you there? I may ask. Because he is not me. So I may ask, are you there? He says, yes, I am here. Pramanam. His Shabda is Pramanam for me. Or I may touch and say, are you there? Pramanam. Am I there? I don't have to ask him. I don't have to touch myself and see, oh, am I there? Oh, okay, this is my hand. I'm here. No. I am. Swayam Prabha. Therefore, I myself am the Pramanam. And that I myself is what? That principle because of which all other Pramanam comes into existence. All other Pramanam becomes valid. I am Swayam Prabha. I am self-evident. Similarly, what is this I? Who is I? It is not the individual ego. Sharira Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara. That presence in me is the pramanam. Swayam Prabha. Prana Nilayaha, the abode. Here we talk of pranaha. What are they? Both sense organs and the pranas. Prana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. All these are pranas, Pancha Pranaha. And the sense organs. All these are put together as prana, and he is the Nilaya. He is the abode in which all of them reside. Therefore, he is called Prana Nilayaha. Prana Bhrit. Bhrit means what? Poshayan Anna Rupena. As Anna, he protects, he holds. Pranan Prana Bhrit. The one who is the sustainer. As what? Anna Rupena. Only when we take enough food, our prana shakti will function. 3 days or 4 days, you don't have food. See how, no, I have not eaten. I can't hear anything. I can't see anything. I can't speak properly. Why? I have not eaten for the past 4 days, 5 days. Try, you will understand how important is annam for prana to exist, and it is through annam prana gets the Shakti, and it is with that Shakti I am able to function in this world outside. Therefore, Anna Rupena Pranan Poshayan. Therefore, Prana Bhrite. Prana Jivanaha. Praninaha Jivayan Pranakhyaihi Pavanaihi Prana Jivanaha. The one who enlivens Praninaha. All that Jivarashis which are there in this universe, it is he as prana, he enlivens all the Jivarashis. Therefore, he is called Prana Jivanaha. Tattvam, the truth of everything. Tattvam Amritam Satyam Paramartha Satatvam Ityeva Ekarthavachinaha. Ekarthavachinam, there is only one truth. What is the truth? The truth of everything. The existence, the isness, is, is. Clock is, table is, chair is, laptop is, mic is, Bhagavan Vishnu's Rupa, Vigraha is, TV is. All of them are that there is easiness in that. That existence is the tattva in this respect. When you go to the subtle aspect of it, like for example in water, H2O is, because of which it is water. In a clay pot, clay is. Pot need not be. When you break open the pot, pot is gone, but the clay is. Is it not? Gold. The gold is, whether you see it as a bracelet, you see it as a chain, you see it as an anklet, you see it as a finger ring, ear ring, bangle, whatever you want. What you actually see is the easiness of gold. This easiness is the truth of a thing, and that easiness is Bhagavan, and that is called as Tattvam. Therefore, he is also called Tattvam. Tattvavit. One is Tattvam, and he himself is the knower of that, knower of the truth or reality, which is again his own nature. Tattvam Swarupam, his own nature, Yathavatvetti, as it is. As it is, the truth of the truth itself is known by the truth itself. It's a very interesting statement. You know, Vedanta is such interesting thing. Sometimes it goes beyond, many people say, Swamiji, it goes beyond my head. Why? Because certain part of the Vedanta is abstract. The truth of a thing is the truth of that thing, and the truth is known by the truth itself. Oh my God, Swamiji, what is this? But that is the truth. Tattvavit, the knower of the truth. Brahmavit, Brahmaiva bhavati. Brahmavida apnoti param. Tadesha bhyukta. Upanishad says, Brahmavit apnoti param. Therefore, Tattvavit, Brahmavit, both are same. Ekatma. One meaning is Ekascha asau atma cha iti ekatma. The one and only. Eka atma. In fact, ekam is atma. Atma is ekam. That is why ekameva advitiyam. Atma, the one true self, which is the truth. Janma mrityu jaratigaha shadbhava vikaran atitya gacchati. The one who is beyond what is called as shadbhava vikara, the one which is beyond the sixfold changes. Therefore, he is called Janma Mrityu Jara Atigaha, the one who is changeless. All of us, we go through the Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Nashyati. We go through the Shadvikara. Bhagavan is beyond all this, because this Shadvikara is only for the embodied soul. Bhagavan is beyond all these changes, therefore he is changeless. Bhurbhuvasvastarustaras savita prapitamaha yajno yajnapatir yajva yajnango yajnavahanaha. Bhurbhuvasvastarustaras savita prapitamaha yajno yajnapatir yajva yajnango yajnavahanaha. Remember, I have told you, all these are re-establishing that truth which we have already seen earlier elaborately. Therefore, all of them actually are only reminders. Bhurbhuvasvastaruhu, very beautiful nama. Bhurbhuvaha suvaha. Suvaha. Akhyam. Akhyam means that which is called as Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, the higher worlds. Lokatrayam vrikshavat vyapya, the one who has spread, who has pervaded in all the three lokas. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Tishtati iti, the one who is spread, meaning he is already there, he is all pervading. Tishtati iti bhurbhuvasvastaraha, the one who is the tree. Here a concept is given for the mind to establish, like we have in the 15th chapter. Starts with urdhva moolam adha shakham ashwatham prahuravyayam. In the tree, the roots are at the top, the tree is hanging upside down. These are all ideas for us to understand certain concept. It's only a help for us to start thinking. Taraha. What is Taraha? Samsara sagaram tarayan. Tarayan meaning what? To cross over. What? The ocean, sagaram of samsara. This samsara, why is it called a sagara? Sagara is again one example, because you don't see the shore in the sagara, meaning the shore is very far. In the geographical aspect of sagara, the shore is there at some point, but it is unseen. Similarly, in samsara, to see that Bhagavan appears very difficult, but Bhagavan helps us in crossing over the samsara and shows us the other end of the sagara. He says, I will take you. Therefore Shruti says, Tarayishyati avashyam. Bhagavan Tarayishyati, he will show his true nature. How? By bringing us knowledge. Therefore, he is called as Taraha, and Taraha is also representative of Pranavaha. What is Pranavaha? Om. Therefore, he is called as Taraha. Savita, another very nice name we have seen earlier. Sarvasya lokasya janakaha iti Savita, the father. Another expression. Bhishmacharya is giving so many ways of expression, different ways of presenting an idea. And what is presenting what? Presenting the truth of Bhagavan, the nature of Bhagavan. So he is giving all varieties which we know. Parampuja Gurudev, Swami Chimnanji used to say, you can know the unknown only through the known. So Bhishmacharya here is using all possible ways of what we know to indicate the unknown truth. Therefore here, Sarvasya Lokasya Janakaha, because he is the creator of the all worlds, he is as though the father of all world. Just as my father is the creator for me, he is the creator for the entire world. Savita. Prapitamaha. First he said father. And then he says he is a grandfather, grandsire. Pitamahasya Brahmanaha api pita iti prapitamaha. He is a father of the Pita. Now the here context is Brahma, the creator, is taken as the father, but Bhagavan is the father of Brahma also. Therefore, prapitamaha. Yajnaha. Now, a lot of names starts with Yajna. This is only to indicate, simply I will tell you, this is only to indicate everything in a Yajna is Bhagavan. 15th chapter of the Gita we have Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena Ganthavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Havihi, Brahma Agni, Brahma Ahutam, Brahma Eva Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. Everything is Brahma, and that Brahma is otherwise called Yajnaha. Sanganta Yajnatmana Yajnaha, the one who is in the form of Yajna. In fact, again we have to understand it with our second law of causation. What is that? Effects are nothing but cause itself in different forms. All that creation, what he has done, the entire creation is Bhagavan only. Therefore, Yajna is Brahma. Yajna Patihi. Yajnanam Pata Swami. Swami is Lord. Pata, the one who is a protector. Yajnanam Pata, the one who protects, the Lord of all Yajna. Therefore, he is called Yajnapatihi. Yajva. Yajamana Atmana Tishtan, the one who remains as the Yajaman of the Yajna. Therefore, Yajva, the one who is the performer of the Yajna. For any Yajna, there has to be one Yajaman, isn't it? The performer of the Yajna. The Archaka, the Pandit, the Purohit, he is not Yajaman. He is Archaka. The one who makes the Yajna possible. But the performer of the Yajna, he is also Bhagavan only. Yajna Angaha. Yajnaha Angani Asya iti Yajnangaha. Meaning, Yajna is like a limb of Bhagavan. A part of Bhagavan is Yajna. The full is Yajna, part is Yajna, everything is Yajna. Yajna Vahanaha, the one which carries the oblations to the respective devatas and again through the respective devatas to Bhagavan, is that Vahana. What is that Vahana? Yajna. That also is Bhagavan only. Phalahetu Bhutan, that which causes the fruits of the Yajna karma. When I perform the Yajna, that fruit of my action, that also is Yajna. The cause of the fruits of action is also Yajna, is Bhagavan only. Therefore, the one who causes the Yajna to take place and the fruits thereby, and the one who carries the fruits, who gives the fruits to the Yajaman, and who also carries the oblations. Everything yajna vahanaha. Next shloka also is of the same kind. Yajna bhrit. We will read that. Yajna bhrit yajna krit yajni yajna bhug yajna sadhanaha. Yajnantakrit yajna guhya manna mannada evacha. Yajna bhrit yajna krit yajni yajna bhug yajna sadhanaha. Yajnantakrit yajna guhya manna mannada evacha. We can think of the mother in a house. This example I have given earlier also. She is the one who wakes up. She is one alarm clock also. Not only she wakes up early, she has to wake up early to make others awake, to wake up others also. And then she goes, she is the one who prepares coffee, she is the one who prepares breakfast. And then in many cases, now they are all working people. Then she is an executive in the office. She goes to the office and she is the executive there. And after finishing in the office, she goes to the temple. Then she becomes a bhakta there. And when she finishes the temple, then she goes to the market. She is a purchaser there in the market, purchasing fruits and vegetables, etc. Again she comes in the evening, she comes home, and then again she cooks. Again she teaches the children. While she is teaching the children, she becomes the teacher. So one asks, who is the one who prepares coffee? Amma. Who is the one who prepares breakfast? Amma. Oh, who works in the house? Amma. Not that Appa doesn't work. Amma works. Then who goes and purchases everything? Amma. Who prepares dinner? Amma. Who is the one who takes who teaches the children everything? Amma. Who is the one who puts the child to sleep? Amma. Who is the one who sings the lullaby? Whichever way she sings lullaby. When she sings lullaby, the child, however she sings, the child sleeps. Who is the one who puts the child to sleep? Amma. Everything is Amma. Similarly is Bhagavan. Everything is Bhagavan. Now look at this shloka. Yajna bhrid, yajna krit, yajni, yajna bhug, yajna sadhanaha, yajnanta krit, yajna guhyam, annamannada evacha. What does it say? Yajna bhrit, yajnam bibharti pati, the one who upholds the yajna, which is also dharma in one place. Yajna is also called as dharma, the one who upholds yajna and the one who protects the yajna. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, it is said. Here yajnaha pati, the one who protects the yajna, he is called as yajna bhrite. Yajna krit, jagadadau tadante cha yajnam karoti, the one who creates. Kritanta iti. Kritantati means the one who actually brings the creation into existence. Iti yajna krita. Therefore, the one who actually works and brings the creation into existence. Therefore, yajna krita. Yajni, one who is the goal of the yajna. Very interesting. Yajnanam tat samaradhanatmakam. Shoshiti yajni, the one who is performing the yajna for what? To gain that supreme. And that supreme is also called yajna. The goal is also yajna. So yajni, yajna bhuk, the one who is the enjoyer of the yajna. The Bhagavan himself is the enjoyer of the oblations that are offered. Yajnam bhunkte bhunakti itiva yajna bhuk, the one who enjoys the oblations offered by his own devotees. And as the receiver of the oblations, he enjoys the oblations. Yajna sadhanaha, yajnaha sadhanam tat praptau iti yajna sadhanaha, the one for whom yajna is a means. Remember, everything is yajna, we have said. Yajna is a destination. But to go to the destination, what is the means? Yajna. Who is a performer? Yajna. Who is a receiver? Yajna. To whom does the oblation go? Yajna. Who is the one who carries the yajna? Yajna. Everything yajna. Sarvam kalvidam Brahma. This is the thought. Acharya has brought all of us together, having explained everything. Finally, he wants us to understand what? Why are you still thinking? Why do you have Bheda Bhava? Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. The sadhana is also yajna. Yajna antakrite. Yajnasyantam phala praptim. At the end of the yajna, the one who gives the phala, karma phala, he is also yajna only. Therefore, karma phalam praptim kurvan yajnantakrite. The one who concludes the yajna by giving us the results of yajna. Yajna guhyam. This is a very interesting part. He says, yajna is a secret. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam. 9th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita says, Bhagavan is what? The knowledge of Bhagavan is Rajavidya. And then it says Rajaguhyam. What is Rajaguhyam? That which is extremely secret. And that secret is what? The knowledge of Brahman and the knowledge of my own teacher. Both are no different. Knowledge of the Supreme and the knowledge of my own true nature is one and the same. As Hanumanji would say, Deha Bhava Dasaha Aham, Jiva Bhava Tvad Amshakaha, Atma Bhava Tvamevaham. When I stand from my own Atma standpoint, you and I are one and the same. How many of us can declare with conviction, I and Bhagavan are the same? We have not yet matured enough. We have not yet come to that experience of I am Brahman. We are still in the process. Therefore, sadhana is very important. But here, the one who gives the secret of yajna, meaning the one who gives the knowledge, the one who blesses the knowledge of what? Of the truth of yajna. What is the truth of yajna? Brahman. Yajnanam guhyam jnana yajna. That is why, Param Pujya Gurudev started Gita jnana yajna, Upanishad jnana yajna, Ramana jnana yajna. Like the jnana yajna word is used, where Homa Kunda is not given, but the truth, the meaning of the Vedas are shared. Then that also is a yajna, where people come together, offer their might and get this jnana yajna proceeding be successful. Therefore, jnana yajna phala abhisandhihi abhisandirahitaha va yajna yajna guhyam. This knowledge, which is the truth in all yajna, is unseen. Oblations you can see, Agni you can see, but the truth in all this performance is guhyam, is a secret. Tad abedopacharat Brahma yajna guhyam. Brahma, it's not vividly manifested, but it is the secret of all yajna. Therefore, yajna guhyam. Annam, food. Adyate bhutaihi atti cha bhutani iti annam. The one who is the food for all being to survive. Very, very important. Which is eaten by the beings as food. It is Bhagavan only. Bhagavan himself is a food. There, what is the food actually? What is this food it is talked about? The food which brings in energy and gives energy to me to survive and function in the world outside. Minus annam, we cannot survive. Therefore, Bhagavan is annam. Annadaha. What is annadaha? Annam atti iti annadaha. The one who is not only anna, but the one who is a very eater of anna. So, annam, Brahma. The one who eats, Brahma. The one who gives, Brahma. Everything is Bhagavan. Therefore, Annadaha. Atmayonisvayanjato Vaikhanas Samagayanah Devaki Nandana Srashta Kshitishah Papanashanah. Atmayonisvayanjato Vaikhanas Samagayanah Devaki Nandana Srashta Kshitishah Papanashanah. Atmayonihi, the 985th Nama, means Atma eva yonihi. Yonihi means cause. And here it is material cause. Bhagavan himself is the material cause. Upadana karanam. Upadana karanam, material cause. And na anyaditi atmayonihi. There is nothing other than Bhagavan. Na anyatiti. Therefore, as upadhana karanam, Bhagavan alone is the cause for this entire world. Atma yonihi. Swayanjataha. Nimitta karanamapi. One is upadana karanam, material cause. Nimitta karanam, he is the instrumental cause. Eva iti darshayitum swayanjataha. He himself is born. Self-born, meaning he the one who is without any cause, but he is a cause of the entire world. Vaikhanaha. Visheshena khananat vaikhanaha. Khananat means the one who digs. What is that digging? This is very specially, the indication is to Varaha Avatara, where Bhagavan, as in the form of a boar, digs and brings the earth out. Therefore, he is called Vaikhanaha. Samagayanaha, the one who sings. Gayanaha, the one who sings. What does he sing? Samani gayante iti samagayanaha. Here, Sama means the Veda. Sama Veda is indicated here. The one who sings, the Sama Veda. Devaki Nandana, who will not know? That naughty boy, blue boy of Vrindavan, who will not know? He is Devaki Nandanaha, the one who is the Devakyaha Sutaha, Devaki Nandanaha, son of Devaki, Sri Krishna. Srashta. Srashta meaning actually Srishtikarta, very simply we can say. Srashta Sarvasya Lokasya, the one who has created all the worlds. Therefore, he is called Srashta. Kshitishah. All these we have seen earlier. Therefore, I am just making a mention and proceeding. Kshitehe Bhumirishaha Kshitishaha Dasharathatmajaha. Here the specific is Bhagavan Sri Rama, the ruler of the earth. Jagannayakaha. Here this name refers to the son of Dasharatha. Dasharathatmajaha, Bhagavan Sri Rama is called as Kshitishaha. Papanashanaha. Very, very simple. Now very, very beautifully Acharya writes, Kirtitaha, Pujitaha, Dhyataha, Smritaha. 4 types of people he says. 1, when praised, Kirtitaha. When worshipped, Pujitaha. When meditated upon, Dhyataha. 1, when remembered, Smritaha. Paparashim Nashayan. When we worship Bhagavan, when we sing the glories of Bhagavan, when we meditate upon Bhagavan, we remember, because we forget every time. That is why all the Shastras are hammering again and again. Remember God, remember God. Ram Sumir Man, Ram Sumir Man, Ram Sumir Man Ram. Hey Manaha, O mind, think of Rama. Why are you running behind the world? They keep running in front of you. You are running, begging the world, please give me. Think of Rama. Ramate iti Ramaha. Once you get the Rama Bhava in your heart, then you will enjoy only. You don't require all these worldly things. Therefore, think of Ram, Kirtitaha, Pujitaha, Dhyataha, Smritaha, Papa Rashim Nashayan. Papa is the cause, that is sins. What is this? Why is it called sins? Because it is a cause of Punarjanma. Once we surrender ourselves at the feet of the Lord, when our Chitta Shuddhi takes place, in that quiet, clean mind, Jnanam takes place, Jnana Devata Kaivalyam. Therefore, think of Bhagavan. Why waste your time? Therefore, he is called Papanashanaha. The last shloka which concludes, which brings Sahasranama to the end. Now, don't worry, we are not concluding today. We will also very briefly in 2 days see the Phalashruti also. But today we will see, except the last Nama, we will conclude today. Shankha Brannandaki Chakri Sharanga Dhanva Gadadhara Rathanga Pani Rakshobhya Sarva Praharana Yudha Shankha Brannandaki Chakri Sharanga Dhanva Gadadhara Rathanga Pani Rakshobhya Sarva Praharana Yudha. Acharya, before concluding, he now glorifies the very form of Bhagavan, so that our mind can keep Bhagavan in the Bhagavan's form, so that mind constantly revels in the thought of Bhagavan. See, Shankhabhrita. What is Shankhabhrita? Panchajanyakyam bhutadhyahankaratmakam Shankham Bibhrat. Bibhrat means the one who holds. What? Panchajanyakyam. Akyam means the name of, called as. Panchajanyam. It is said, na? Panchajanyam Hrishikeshaha Devadattam Dhananjayaha ityadi we see in the Bhagavad Gita. Here, Panchajanyakyam bhutadi ahankaratmakam Shankham Bibhrat. The one who holds a conch called Panchajanya, which represents the Bhuta and Ahankara, and which is nothing but the Tattva of Panchabhutani. Bhuta here refers to what? Panchabhuta, Akasha, Vaya, Agni, Jala, Prithvi and Ahankara. These are represented by the conch, the one who holds Shankhabhrita. Nandaki Vidyamayaha Nandakakyaha Asirasyeti Nandaki. Here Nandaki is the sword. What is the sword? The sword of knowledge. Bhagavan holds the sword of knowledge to cut asunder all the ahankara and all the ignorance of his devotees and gives us the higher knowledge. Therefore, he is called as Nandaki. Nandaki is the name of the sword, and he is called as Nandaki himself. Chakri. We all very much know Sudarshana Chakra, which he holds. Manastattvatmakam Sudarshanakyam Chakram Asya Asyeti. One who wields a chakra in his finger, we all know. Chakra called as Sudarshana Chakra, and that eliminates the mind principle. That clears the mind principle to give us the knowledge of our own true self. Chakri. Sharanga Dhanva. Sharanga Dhanva meaning what? The bow called Sharanga. Indriyadi Ahankaratmakam Sharanga Nama Dhanuhu. Dhanuhu means bow. Asya Asyeti Sharanga Dhanva. The one who holds the bow called Sharanga, which representing the sense organ principle in us. Gadadharaha. All are, it has been seen in ourselves itself as this, as that. That means everything is Bhagavan. Again, finally, I have to come to that only. Buddhi Tattvatmakam, the principle of intellect, is the club. Tattvatmakam, Kaumadakim Nama, Gadam. Gadam is what? The club, what you see in the left hand there. Gadam, Vahan, the one who holds. Gada is called as Gadadharaha. Rathangapani, Ratha Angam Chakramasya Pano. During that Kurukshetra war, he took the chakra of the Ratha to kill, finally, to kill our Bhishmacharya. Therefore, it is called as Chakrapani, Rathangapani. Anga of Ratha is Chakra, and he lifted the Chakra. Therefore, he is called as Rathangapani. This is to save Dharma. It is said, Bhagavan is ready to come out of the way. He had taken a vow. What? He will never raise a weapon against Bhishmacharya. Finally, Bhagavan had to lift. And then he says, I am ready to come out of the way to protect Dharma. And therefore, he took that wheel to fight against Bhishmacharya. Of course, the moment he took the wheel, Bhishmacharya drops. He says, now I won't fight. Akshobhyaha ata eva ashakya kshobhanaha iti akshobhyaha. The one who cannot be shaken, one who never gets disturbed. We all get disturbed at the drop of the hat. For every small petty paltry things we get disturbed. In fact, nothing happens to us. Watching the TV we get so disturbed. I can't understand. People are so obsessed to watching the TV. They are obsessed to watching the news. And what is there in the news, tell me? Only disturbing facts. And now, in the current scenario, everybody keeps calling and telling me, oh Swamiji, you know what happened? I say, why should I know? I have to know Bhagavan. Isn't it? Bhagavan is one who never gets disturbed. Come what may, let anything happen. He is that Shanta Swarupi, Ananda Swarupi. Therefore, the one who cannot be disturbed is called as Akshobhyaha. And comes the final 1000th name tomorrow. We will see this 1000th name tomorrow, and we will see a small summary of this whole Sahasranama Stotram which we have seen, and then one shloka Vanamali Gadi Shargi Shanki Chakri Chanandaki Shriman Narayano Vishnu Vasudevo Bhirakshatu. That one shloka we will see. With that, tomorrow Sahasranama concludes, and then 2 days we will see the Phalashruti. With that, the Mahayagna of Vishnu Sahasranama concludes. We have learnt to chant Vishnu Sahasranama earlier, before the talk started, in 15 days. That is also available in YouTube. The Sahasranama Pravachana is available in YouTube. Now, after the Phalashruti, on Sunday at 11:30, we will have Kshira Abhisheka to Mahavishnu, and we will have a puja as a conclusion. Sampanna Rupa. Therefore, we call it as Sampannotsava. Shri Vishnu Sahasrama Abhiyan Sampannotsava on the 10th of July at 11:30 a.m. It will be live. The program will be live. Please be present, and we will all get the blessings of Mahavishnu. Tomorrow, the 1000th name, we will start and conclude. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.